Okay, welcome to this little guide on how to do an attack. Okay, we're going to start off with just some very basics. First thing is, here's my province. To attack, you need to know some information. First you need to know some information about you, then you need to know some information about the person you're attacking. So we'll go to the kingdom page first off, and that loads. What you're looking for in the kingdom page is your net worth. As you can see, I'm around the 54,000 mark. The reason you need your net worth is you get the best gains from attacking provinces of a similar net worth. So here we are. Here's the enemy kingdom 1-1, and you can actually click on the net worth and sort. Did you know you can click by race, by land, their honour, all these kind of things. I want to click on net worth. What I'm looking for is provinces around the same net worth as me. Now, I have two. I have Red Mistborn at 56, and I have Feeble Land at 49. Now, if you remember mine, let's just go back to it for a second. Scroll down, and as you can see, I'm on 54. Come back into theirs, and well, Feeble Land's on 49. I'll sort them by net worth again. Now, Red Mistborn is higher than me, but he has less acres, okay, than Feeble Land, which is a little bit less than me and has good acres. So Feeble Land is going to be my target. Once I've chosen the target, the next thing I do normally is I'd right click on the thieving tab and open up a new tab. The reason being, you've got to grab some intelligence, and as you can see, it's set for the target kingdom here of 1-1. If it isn't, you simply change these to be 1-1 or whatever kingdom it may be attacking, and click on go, and it'll take you to that kingdom. And here's the list of provinces in 1-1. Now, I wanted to do Feeble Land based on his net worth, so I click on Feeble Land. So notice back here, there's my target, Feeble Land. Over here, I select the province. Then I have to select the mission. Now, infiltrate thieves guilds, as the name said, will tell me how many thieves they have. News gives me the general news for the whole kingdom, same as our news page. Spy on military is the one I want here, because that'll tell me how much military he has home, if his armies are in or his armies are out. Okay, so sometimes you'll spy on throne as well. That'll give you a copy of his kingdom page. Okay, but the spy on military is the one. Now, the number of thieves to send in war, you can send 10% and get accurate intelligence. So I have 679, so 10%. Well, let's close enough to 680, so 68. I would then click on run. Now, I did this earlier on, so same thing. Okay, and it says early indications show operational success. Okay, we have 100% confidence in the information. So in other words, I know this is totally accurate. And here it is, military report. The military elders of Feeble Land 1-1, and I can see that he's got 4 armies out. And this is the value I want here, his net defensive points at home. Okay, and the reason I want it is that I'm going to launch an attack against it. Now, to launch an attack, I'll just close off some of these extra windows that I have here. So here I am here, that's the value I want. What I do is I come down here, right click on War Room, open up a new tab. Now, what it should do is automatically pop you into the target kingdom. Okay, if it doesn't, please change it and just type 1-1 or whatever the kingdom number might be, click on go. I need to choose the target, there's Feeble Lands. Now, I have 2 generals here. If I send more generals, I get a slight bonus in offence. This late stage of the war, however, I'm going to choose one. Now, there are a number of different attacks. Traditional march will give me land. Raise will simply just destroy his land and give me none. Plunder, if in war, is very rarely used. It's more to take gold and things like that. Beginning of wars sometimes, never at this late period of war. Learn takes his science. Massacre kills his peasants, wizards and soldiers. Conquest, if I really don't think I'm able to break, but I'm very close to, I can use a conquest. And ambush is for when he's attacked my armies. Now for this I'm just going to do a TM or traditional march. Okay. If I wanted to get extra gains, I can increase the hours. I need my armies back as quickly as possible, so I'm not going to. At the end of a war, if we were deciding to surrender and wanted to get extra, we can choose 4 extra hours and we get extra 12% gains. I tend not to, so we've got one army. Now, coming back to our thief, again, this is his net defensive points at home, 4,138. That's the important thing, because in this screen here, 4138. Okay. Now, as you can see, that's there. That matches that perfectly. Now, I'm going to send some troops to attack that. 1, 2, 4, 2. So I'm sending all of my skeletons, which are my offensive specs. Notice how that goes over. I've got 164%. So I actually don't need to send that many. So let's drop it down a little bit. Let's drop it down to, say, 900. Okay. Click on the next one underneath it. That's 190. That's still way too many. I'm going to drop it down to 850 and just click on the one underneath it. 112. No, let's go right down to 800. And as you can see, this number will change. What I'm after is about 104, 105. The reason being, even though it's supposed to be 100% effective, you always want to send a little bit more in case they have spells on and things like that. So I'm going to put down to 790. That's 104, and I'm happy with that. So just once again to reiterate, okay, I've used my kingdom page to find a province that's similar in net worth to me, but bigger in acres. Okay, I've used my thieves to do a spy on military. That spy on military has given me his net defensive points at home. It's told me that his armies aren't back for a while, so I should be able to hit him. Okay, and I've now got everything set up. The last thing to do is I simply just double check to make sure I have the correct kingdom. Yes, I have the correct province. I'm doing a traditional march. 1 general out of my 2 I'm going to send. I've sent more than enough troops to be able to think, and I'm going to click on prepare military. Now, all being well, as you can see, forces arrive at Feeble Land, a tough battle took place, you've managed a victory, I've taken 63 acres. Okay, now here's the fun thing. Going back here, 4138, let's choose Feeble Land again, 4138, so I know how much. Now I thought, oh, that's not enough, so I'm going to have to send some of my elite troops. So I might pop up some elite troops and see what I can do. Notice how by popping in some elite troops, and that was a lucky yes, I've got 104%. I've used my deployable general, and I'll click on prepare military. Once again, now in those 2 hits, I've taken over 100 acres from him. As it says, we have no more generals available to lead attacks at this time. If I click on my military council, that's going to tell me that I have another army coming home in about 3 minutes. And what I'm going to do is repeat that activity, and I'm going to hit him again. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed this.